At the 2026 Met Gala, the red carpet had been going for hours. Photographers were packing up, editors were filing their best-dressed lists. The night was essentially over. And then Rihanna arrived. A custom Maison Margiela couture gown from Glenn Martin's Fall 2025 collection. Over 115,000 crystal beads, antique jewels, and hand-sewn chains. A process that took 1,380 hours to complete. A gilded Gothic cape, desert diamond earrings by Glenn Spiro. She arrived on A$AP Rocky's arm, fashionably, deliberately, impossibly late, and instantly made everything that came before her feel like the opening act. This is not new. This is not a coincidence. This is Rihanna, and this is exactly what she always does. The question isn't why she looks expensive. The question is, how does she make it look this effortless, every single time after years of near total absence from the public eye? To understand why Rihanna always looks expensive, you first have to understand something that has nothing to do with clothing. You have to understand scarcity. In economics, scarcity drives value. The rarer something is, the more people want it. Diamonds are expensive not only because they're beautiful, but because they're hard to find. The same principle applies to people in pop culture. When a celebrity is everywhere, every red carpet, every interview, every social media story, they become familiar, comfortable, expected, and expected things rarely feel expensive. Rihanna hasn't released an album since Anti in 2016. She gives almost no interviews. She attends a handful of events per year, on her own terms, on her own schedule. And when she does appear, the internet stops. Every outfit is dissected, every detail is analyzed, every image goes viral within minutes. This is not accidental absence. This is a studied, deliberate strategy that Rihanna has executed with more precision than almost any other figure in pop culture history. She understood something that most celebrities never figure out. The less you give people, the more they want. And the more they want, the more valuable every single appearance becomes. Every look she wears has to carry the weight of all the looks she didn't wear. And that pressure, that accumulated expectation, is exactly what makes each one feel like an event. Not just an outfit, an event. If you want to understand Rihanna's fashion strategy in a single location, look at her Met Gala archive. It is one of the most consistent, intentional, and extraordinary bodies of fashion work any single person has ever produced on a red carpet. 2015, the yellow guape coat dress with the mile-long train that swallowed the Met steps whole. It became one of the most referenced fashion images of the decade, memed, recreated, enshrined. 2018, the Pope-inspired white Maison Margiela coat look that made every other guest look underdressed by comparison. 2023, the white Valentino floral cape that revealed a sleek gown underneath, a fashion moment with a second act built in. 2025, pregnant with her third child, she wore a custom Marc Jacobs pine-striped suit gown with a polka dot ascot and an off-kilter black top hat, and used the carpet to announce the pregnancy. Not a press release, not an Instagram post, the Met Gala red carpet. She turned a fashion event into a news event without breaking a sweat. And 2026, the Maison Margiela look we started with. 1,380 hours of craftsmanship, arriving after everyone else, closing the night the way only she can. What makes the archive extraordinary isn't just that every look is spectacular, it's that every look is on theme, deeply, specifically, intelligently on theme. She doesn't just dress for the event, she interprets it, she argues with it, she makes it hers. While Rihanna was absent from music, while the world was waiting for R9, counting the years, refreshing her Instagram for clues, she was doing something that no pop star had ever done at this scale. She was building a billion-dollar empire, and fashion was at the center of every piece of it. In September 2017, Fenty Beauty launched with 40 foundation shades at a time when the prestige beauty industry quietly agreed that 20 was enough. Women with darker skin tones had been mixing products, adjusting with concealer, accepting that the industry wasn't built for them. Fenty Beauty launched and generated $100 million in revenue in its first 40 days. Time magazine named it one of the best inventions of 2017, and the industry, L'Oreal, Maybelline, CoverGirl, scrambled to catch up. But here's the detail that matters most for understanding Rihanna's fashion strategy. She didn't just endorse Fenty Beauty, she owns 50% of it. And that distinction between endorsement and ownership is the entire difference between a celebrity and an empire. Then came Savage X Fenty in 2018, a lingerie brand that went head-to-head with Victoria's Secret at exactly the moment Victoria's Secret was losing its grip on culture. Where Victoria's Secret sold a singular, narrow idea of beauty, Savage X Fenty sold every body, every size, every identity. Its annual fashion shows became cultural events, featuring diverse body types, gender expressions, and abilities on the same runway. By 2021, the brand had reached a valuation of $1 billion. And then came the Super Bowl, February 2023, the most watched halftime show in history, seen by over 118 million people. Rihanna hadn't performed in years. She stepped on a floating platform above State Farm Stadium and delivered a career-spanning set. And in the middle of it, she paused, reached into her pocket, pulled out a Fenty Beauty product, touched up her makeup, on stage at the Super Bowl. That single moment generated hundreds of millions of dollars in earned media for Fenty Beauty. She ran a Super Bowl ad in the middle of her Super Bowl performance without anyone realizing it was an ad until it was already the most talked about moment of the night. That is not fashion. That is genius. There's a long, exhausting tradition in pop culture of women becoming invisible during pregnancy, hiding the bump, dressing to minimize, stepping back from public life. Rihanna looked at that tradition and ignored it entirely. When she found out she was pregnant with her first child, she told Vogue, "There's no way I'm going to shopping in no maternity aisle. I'm not going to let that part disappear because my body is changing." And she meant it. She showed up to the Dior Fall 2022 show in her third trimester wearing a sheer skirt over a thong. She performed at the Super Bowl visibly pregnant in all-red, unzipped low-V flight suit suspended above the stadium. She wore a custom Marc Jacobs pine-striped suit gown to announce her third pregnancy at the 2025 Met Gala. She also worked with Alaya throughout her pregnancies. At New York Fashion Week, she arrived in a custom Alaya. She made maternity fashion look like the most natural form of luxury dressing in the world. This matters for understanding the expensive aesthetic because it reveals something essential about how Rihanna operates. She doesn't dress for other people's comfort. She doesn't dress to disappear into expectations. She dresses to make a statement, and the statement is always, "I am here, on my terms, and I am more than you expected." Behind every great fashion icon is usually a great stylist, and Rihanna's partnership with Jaleel Weaver is one of the most important and least discussed creative collaborations in contemporary fashion. Weaver has been dressing Rihanna since 2013. Over more than a decade, they have built one of the most consistent visual identities in pop culture. That coherence across so many different contexts and years is extraordinarily difficult to achieve, and it doesn't happen without a deep, trusting creative partnership. What Weaver understands about Rihanna and what makes their work together so effective is that her expensive quality is never about the price tag of a single piece. It's about the total composition, the proportion, the way something unexpected is introduced into a look to make the whole thing feel alive. These juxtapositions aren't accidents, they're the signature. So what is the actual secret? If you strip away the scarcity strategy, the Met Gala archive, the Fenty empire, the maternity revolution, the Jaleel Weaver partnership, what is the core mechanism that makes Rihanna always look expensive? It's confidence, not the performed, manufactured confidence of someone who's been told they're beautiful and is playing to it. The real thing, the kind that comes from someone who genuinely does not seem to need your approval, and therefore makes you want to give it anyway. Rihanna's expensive comes from something different from them all. It comes from the certainty that she is the event, not the dress, not the carpet, not the theme. Her. The clothing is extraordinary, but it's extraordinary because she's wearing it, and she wears it like someone who already knew before she put it on that it was going to be the most talked about look of the night. Most people dress to impress. Rihanna dresses to remind you. There's a difference, and that difference, that quiet, absolute, unshakable certainty, is worth more than any crystal bead, any couture house, any number of hours in an atelier. It is, in the literal sense, priceless, and it is exactly why she always looks expensive. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Welcome to Fashion Vision. Who else do you think has this? Who carries a room the way Rihanna does just by existing in it? Tell me in the comments. If this made you see Rihanna differently, leave a like. It takes 1 second and it genuinely changes everything for a small channel. Most of you watching right now are not subscribed, which means the algorithm brought you here, you stayed, and that is the only compliment that matters. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And tell me in the comments who should be next in the Always Looks Expensive series. I read everything.